And rolling and action. Hey guys, it's Tim, your acting coach, and welcome to session 8. Yes, session 8 of your acting module. Now, last time we were looking at sense memory and we looked a bit at emotion memory. These are these things that are going to help you as a performing artist get to this creative state, this Stanislavskian creative state where you can become someone else and be believable. That's what method acting is about, being believable. Now, some people, to get to this creative state, to have this sense of truth, which is the next step in Stanislavski's system, this sense of truth, they would do things to make sure that they know what it's like to be in the character situation. So, for example, Robert De Niro, when he was in Taxi Driver, he would go and be a taxi driver. I think he slept on a taxi driver's floor for a few weeks and went and became a taxi driver. He also is a great example for things like Raging Bull. If you haven't seen these films, please watch these films. He would go and he would actually have boxing matches to feel what it's like to actually be punched in the face and have that fear of being hurt and that want to win. So these are these things, this sense of truth that we need to find. Now, to get to this creative state, we need the imagination, we need the relaxation, we need that focus, and we need the skills like the breathing to help us with these as well. But to get there, we can put ourselves in situations to make things real so that we can reenact them. We can react to something, we can reenact it. Remember, no acting. We don't act, that's fake. We reenact or we react. Now, what Stanislavski did in the Moscow Arts Theatre was he was a bit cruel to his actors and his students, and he took someone's key or wallet, for instance, and he would hide it. So what you need to do now is, this is the first time in this course that you're going to need someone else's help. Now, I want you to get your object. Now, my object is here. My trusty Xbox controller. Now, it means something to me. Your object should mean something that if you lost it, you'd be pretty annoyed, you'd be pretty upset, and you'd try to find it. Now, you need to get help. So if you haven't got anyone around today, find someone, pause this now, and find someone. And you're going to ask them to get your object in this room that you're in, and you are going to ask them to hide it. For real. You're going to ask them to hide it for real. So they're going to hide it and you're not going to know where it is. And what I want you to do, if you're embarrassed, you can ask them to go away, or if you want them to watch you and help you, that's great too. It's always good to have a buddy help you with acting, especially when it's like learning lines and things. But if not, that's cool. So they're going to hide it and you're going to find it. But I want you to pay super, super close attention to what you do when you're looking for it. The worst thing, the fake acting, someone's walked into a room. The worst fake acting is when they walk into a room, they look up. Who looks at the ceiling? And especially if it's a room that you know, or this fake looking around. This is not method acting. This is not what we're going for. We're getting to this organic, real place. We're reenacting something. We're reacting to something. So you're going to get them to hide it and you're going to look around for it. So you're going to look around for it, okay, and you're going to try and find it. That's real, right? That's not acting, that's completely real. Once you've found it, if you really can't find it, ask them to do the hot cold thing maybe. If you've found it, you've got it, you're happy, okay? You're gonna then give it back to them. And they, this time, are not gonna hide it. You are gonna go into that room and you're gonna recreate every single step that you did. No acting, don't pretend. This is what we've got to get rid of, out of our minds, this pretending. It's got to be real. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk every step. If you walked in, for instance, and you walked over and the first thing you did was you looked under the pillow, do that. But don't add anything in. We don't want anything fake, okay? So you're going to add in nothing. You're going to do exactly what you did. Recreate, reenact what you did. So I'd like you to pause this now and then go away and reenact what you just did. Hi, welcome back. So, if I just make a big thing like that, you know when to find me in the video. So, how was it? Did it feel real? Did it feel fake? If it felt fake, do it again. If you felt like you were acting or you were aware that this was pretend, do it again. We're going into this world like, please watch The Matrix. I will keep using The Matrix as this example because it's a fake world, okay? And this is trying to be real in this fake world, okay? We know we're an actor, but we've got to try and forget that we're an actor, okay? So we're going through all these movements and we're recreating this live on stage or on film. Now just keep going back, practicing, asking them to hide it again in a different place. You can't hide it yourself, you have to have a friend, okay, or a loved one to do this for you. So moving on now, so that is the sense of truth. Again, I can't in a few minutes and a few weeks be able to teach you all of this. Okay, this will come later in later courses, but I'm giving you these skills, these things to work on to get better at. So this sense of truth, this organic believability. Now to help with that, Stanislavski put in something else in his next step called given circumstances. What are given circumstances? Now, given circumstances are the things that are given to you in, for example, a play. You've got a script and the script gives you given circumstances. It tells you who you are. It tells you where you are. It sets it, when, what year. And all these things are important to make it believable. If you went in as an actor and you didn't know these things, how are you supposed to be real? A lot of people do. They go in and just read their lines and they don't do any research. This is the difference. Research. Actors who walk in and they just read the lines out, they're reading it like a shopping list. Their words are like a shopping list with no meaning because they haven't got any background to the character. We don't believe in the character. Now, characterization is ultra important and that comes from their situation, these given circumstances. Where do they work? How tall are they? How big are they? What are their hobbies? These are these things that you need to do. So you need to research your character. You need to research the time that it's set. I don't know lots about the 1920s, but if I did a play that was set in the 1920s, I would find as much as possible about the 1920s, but specifically where these people were from. If my character was working class, I'd research the working class side of the 1920s. I'd go into immense detail. You can't do too much with research. So this is the point I'm getting. Given circumstances, find out everything. Read the play twice. Okay, find out everything. And then research into all those things. Write down the given circumstances, where you are, what time it's set in, what, is it summer, is it winter? All these details, this is method acting, all these details matter. So given circumstances. Now, you could have given circumstances in an improvisation as well. You can do an improvisation and you can create your own given circumstances, but you've got to stick to them. You can't suddenly change them because these parameters that are set for you as an actor, and you can't, and Stanislavski said, you can't go outside of those. For realism, you've got to stay in those parameters, okay? So today was a bit more of a me talking session, but these are really, really important things, that you've got to be this organic, real actor. The processes, the things, the emotion memory, the sense memory can't be fake. You've got to go through it. Now, I'm not saying that if you are playing a murderer to go and murder someone, because that's crazy, okay? But you've got to remember a time when you were that angry. I'm not saying you've ever been that angry you want to murder someone, but it's really angry, really upset, but not playing an emotion, a reaction to something. And then we've got to look at what's given to us in the text, okay? We've got to be looking when it's set, where it's set, and then we need to research. And that is what makes the difference between a good actor and a bad actor. If you want to be a good actor, a good method actor, you have to research. Research, research, research. Okay, try saying that a lot of times. That's a good warm-up. Right, see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.